Alright gamers, welcome back. Today we're diving into Terrifier Artcade, and I need you to understand something before we start. This is going to be a short video trying really hard to be a long video, because this game is a short game trying really hard to be a real game, and failing. I'm serious, this thing is one of the worst beat 'em ups I've ever put my hands on, and that's saying something, because I grew up in the era where every movie tie-in had a beat 'em up attached with the structural integrity of wet cardboard. But Terrifier Artcade somehow manages to be worse. Let's break down why this game is not just bad, but boring, empty, confusing, and weirdly disrespectful to fans of the franchise. Beat 'em ups live and die on three things: satisfying impact, clean movement, enemy reactions. Artcade has none of these. None. Zero. Zilch. The punches feel like you're slapping enemies with a damp tortilla. The sound design is almost non-existent. It's just a dull thwip that repeats like a bad royalty-free asset someone forgot to replace. Enemies don't stagger, they don't react. Sometimes they don't even notice when you're hitting them. There's no combo system, no creativity, no flow state you can fall into. Games like Streets of Rage, Final Fight, TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, they succeed because every hit feels good. There's crunch, there's weight, there's feedback. Artcade feels like the game engine and the animations didn't speak the same language. It's like the game is trying to be a beat 'em up, but also trying very hard not to wake the neighbors. The absolute worst part, it's not fun for even 5 minutes. Some bad games have charm or camp or jank, and that's at least entertaining. This one just exists, and even that feels generous. So let's talk about length. The game is short, and I don't mean indie short, I don't mean budget short, I mean you can beat this game on your lunch break and still have time to microwave leftovers. I've played demos, literal free demos, with more content and more effort put into the level design. Here's the whole structure of the game. Walk right, hit enemies who don't react, walk right, more, repeat, until developers roll credits like they're embarrassed you made it this far. There's just no variety. There are no set pieces, no meaningful boss fights. The end feels like you hit a wall and the wall just gives up and says, fine, you won. I actually had to double check that I didn't accidentally buy an early access alpha test. Nope, this is it. This is the full thing. This is the Terrifier universe. It should be horrifying, chaotic, gross, fun, ridiculous, something. Instead we get a clown just standing there in a game that feels like it's afraid to do anything interesting. The art direction is flat, the animations are stiff, the environments look like placeholders. There's no atmosphere, no tension, no emotional texture. You could remove the Terrifier branding entirely and no one would know. It could be called generic urban beatdown simulator and it would make more sense. Even the kills lack impact. Art the Clown is known for being creatively violent. In this game, he feels like he's politely tapping people with a balloon stick. Controls are rough, movement is stiff, hit detection is questionable. Sometimes your attacks don't register, sometimes enemies hit you from distances that require a math degree to explain. The game also has that weird modern retro problem where it tries to look retro but plays worse than actual NES beat 'em ups. Performance, not terrible, besides the millions of crashes that happen all the time on the Switch 2, but only because the game is so simple it would run on a toaster. It's like someone made a student project, slapped a licensed horror character on it, and shipped it out the door. Look, I don't want to be harsh on small dev teams. Budgets happen, constraints happen, I get it. But if you're going to charge real money and attach a high-profile horror IP, you have to deliver something. The value proposition here is brutal. The game is extremely short. There's almost no replay value. The mechanics are bare minimum. The combat is unsatisfying. The presentation is weak and it just feels like a quick cash grab, which, let's be honest, it was. And that sucks because Terrifier fans actually want good content. The brand deserves better. The genre deserves better. If this was free, okay, fine. Call it a fan demo, but paid? Nah, absolutely not. So here's the bottom line. Terrifier Artcade is a beat 'em up that doesn't understand beat 'em ups and doesn't understand what makes horror fun. It's short in all the wrong ways, it's empty in all the meaningful ways, it feels unfinished, unpolished, and uninterested in being good. If you're a diehard Terrifier fan, maybe watch a YouTube playthrough just to say you saw it, but if you're looking for satisfying combat, fun co-op, solid movement, creative violence, literally any depth, this ain't it. Score 2 out of 10. And I'm being generous because Art the Clown at least showed up.